On today's show, we get you excited about this Saturday's matchup against those pesky Florida Gators.
And later on, we hear how LSU basketball is planning to turn its postseason woes into some big-time wins.
It's 4th and goal, and it starts right now.
Hey, Derek, do I have to do something?
Gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of 4th and Goal. I'm Alex Cheney, joined by Mr. Derek Kopp.
And before we get started, we've got some breaking news regarding Georgia football star and Heisman candidate Todd Gurley. The Georgia running back has been suspended indefinitely by the UGA athletic department after alleged NCAA violations. Keep it with Tiger TV Sports for more information as the story develops. Alex, that's a big-time story. I mean, that's a potential Heisman candidate, leading candidate.
I mean, if you were to award the Heisman Trophy right now, he'd probably be your winner. But we've got a lot to cover, starting with an update on the LSU football team's matchup with the Gators this weekend, and we give you an early look at the LSU basketball team after Media Day. But let's start things off with football.
The LSU football team comes into this weekend's game versus SEC East foe Florida following 2 SEC losses that saw the Tigers' defense get shredded and give up a shocking 1,136 yards in just 2 games. The young Tigers got baptized in SEC road football last weekend with their game in hostile Auburn, Alabama, and this weekend will be no different as the Tigers head to iconic Ben Hill Griffin Stadium to play the Gators. The Tigers will look to get their passing game on track as Brandon Harris went 3 of 14 for only 58 yards and no touchdowns, and it doesn't help that most of those yards came from a 52-yard pass to Malachi Dupree, while Anthony Jennings completed only 5 of 10 for 84 yards and also no touchdown passes. The Tigers' offense has only been able to get 710 yards in 2 SEC games so far this season. Now, the Gators, on the other hand, have also started off a little slower than most would have thought, and head coach Will Muschamp is currently fighting for his right to continue to coach the team. Right now, they are 2-1 in SEC play. The turnover margin has not been their friend, but it is one of the better parts of the team so far in the country. The big news out of this weekend, though, Treyon Harris, the freshman, was suspended for being accused of sexual assault, which means that Jeff Driscoll will get the start in Gainesville. Now, going into Ben Hill is never an easy task for any team, but the Tigers and the Gators have remained pretty consistent over the years. This matchup really got big starting in 2007 with Tim Tebow. That's where we're going to pick this up. As you can see, it's been back and forth. LSU, however, has not won in the Swamp since 2010. One other fact that you can see, the last 2 games have been incredibly close, but really home field advantage means absolutely nothing in this series. This week's game is going to be a toss-up. If the Tigers want to win this weekend, they're going to need to get some of their young talent to step up in the Swamp and cut down on the mistakes. And if you would like to catch the game, watch it. It'll be televised on the SEC Network with a starting time of 6:30.
Well, after a long summer's wait, the LSU basketball team opens training camp this week for the 2014-2015 regular season. The team ended last season with a 20-14 record and did not make any March Madness. The team lost J.O.B. and Anthony Hickey, among others, and in order to turn things around this year, the Tigers are looking to some new faces for help. The key to a turnaround this year is more new faces, guys on the team. Of course, whenever you have highly recruited 5-star guys, they're always expected to make an impact as soon as they get here. You have guard Hornsby, Josh Gray, lots of new freshmen coming in looking to complement an already very talented LSU basketball team. And it's important to note that Albert Robinson is 7'1" and 270 pounds and is our top recruit going into this season. On top of the new faces, the Tigers will hope to get a consistent production from returning sophomores Jarrell Martin and Jordan Mickey. Mickey had 9 double-doubles last year, good enough for 3rd in the SEC, and hopes to continue the dominating defense he started last year. But if the Tigers want to make the tournament this year, it's going to start in November. As you take a look at some of the key games for the LSU Tigers, they will be taking part in the ESPN Tip-Off Marathon on November 18th against Texas Tech in the PMAC. Of course, the game that I always look to on the schedule when we play Kentucky. That's going to be February 10th, and LSU basketball will be featured on ESPN 1. If you would like to get an early look at the Tigers team, you can come out to the annual Bayou Madness held at the PMAC next Friday, October 17th at 7:30 p.m. Well, Derek, with the pieces the team has in place, how do you like the Tigers' chances of making the tournament this year?
You know, I got to like them. They added the piece. What they lost, they added. I like Josh Gray also. He's a top JUCO commit at point guard. I think he's going to do a great job with the offense. And then adding Albert Robinson, who does not like a 7'1", 270-pound center. I think he's going to really bang it in on the block. But how do you feel?
I kind of feel the same way. I don't know how we're going to do necessarily. It's still, a very interesting situation. Kentucky's going to dominate, but we'll see how the Tigers do.
Same old, same old.
Coming up after the break, we take a look at how LSU basketball team plans to roar back to the PMAC this postseason.
You won't want to miss this. Come back after the break. Welcome back to the 4th and Goal. While football may be on the minds of many right now with the season nearly halfway through, reporter Cheney Reed reminds you that basketball season is just around the corner. And after a few years of NIT qualifying and postseason woes, this year's team is looking to start a new chapter in LSU basketball success. I'm going to go.
Definitely want to climb the ladder and go up a notch and make it to the NCAA tournament this year.
The LSU men's basketball team has transformed this year, and Coach Johnny Jones feels that unity is the key to success.
When you've got 5 new faces like that, there's a lot of teaching. You've got only 2 starters returning, so trying to make sure that those guys can get acclimated to what we're doing on both ends of the floor.
It's a totally new team, so we want to come in and work really hard because we have a new offense, so we have to listen to coach and we have to trust what he has planned for us.
The team's new additions will be key for the Tigers' success this season, and forward Jarrell Martin notices how the competition is picking up.
I feel like the team's on the right page. When we get in there for pickup, everybody's competing against each other. It's like a war out there.
Some fundamental leaders realize the importance of the team making a statement in the Southeastern Conference.
There's no team in the SEC where you can just take an off night, kind of. You have to expect a big battle every night, and that's what's exciting about it.
Once conference play starts, it's a whole different ball game. Guys know what you're going to do. Guys know your play. So this is definitely be trying to tell them that you have to execute. You have to do all the little things.
With experienced veteran leadership and the inclusions of new solid talent, the Tigers are determined on taking a big step towards postseason accolades.
We have such high expectations. Whenever we talk about this year, we talk about going undefeated at home, obviously winning the SEC, just real high expectations type deals.
Our goal and our focus, we kind of fell short of the mark of getting to the NCAA tournament. And that's certainly our goal from the beginning, and that will certainly be our quest this year.
For Tiger TV, I'm Cheney Reed.
Thanks, Cheney. Coming up after the break, we take a look at this week's top 5 plays from around LSU sports featuring a member of our own staff.
Hint, hint, you don't want to miss play number 5.
Welcome back to the show. Well, Derek, what a week of top plays.
I couldn't agree more, Alex. I wish, though, there could have been more LSU, but you got to give credit when credit is due.
Auburn.
So let's check out this last week's top 5 plays, starting with my personal favorite, play number 5.
Our own staff member, Mr. Johnny Lombardi.
Seeking the putt.
And it's a green jacket, and he's in the Masters.
He is, right there. That's a U.S. Open qualifying shot right there. Here is play number 4. This is Anthony Jennings dropping back, looking deep. There's the throw. What a great catch, John Dyers. He makes some moves.
One of the very few good things that happened to the Tigers in this game, especially in the second half.
Very, very true.
Coming up at number 3, Nick Marshall just running right up the gut. All the way for the touchdown.
All that green. I'll take that.
He's like purple, gold, nothing. Gonna go right past
the way. Play number 2. This, however, would be probably the greatest play for the Tigers of the game.
Outside of our
play
single
action,
touchdown.
Throw it. There's the ball. Malachi Dupree. Jump up there, boy.
That is a 50-yard heave. That is still pretty darn good. Coming in at number 1, Nick Marshall with an absolute dime to the corner of the end zone. This is going to be on his NFL film. Wow. And Jalen Mills just couldn't make that play on the ball.
And the most impressive thing about that is, coming into the season, that LSU secondary, they were talking a lot. They were saying, we're the best. That was over Rashad Robinson and Jalen Mills. Wonderful catch.
Well, it's definitely a unit that is sort of unimpressed thus far through the season. They're giving up, a lot more long plays than we would like against Mississippi State, Auburn. They really need to kind of make some more cohesion.
If they want to get it going, though, if they want to get that big signature win, The swamp is the place. And with Muschamp struggling, this is when you got to do it.
That's how it's going to happen. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for tuning in to 4th and Goal.
You can watch more episodes on our YouTube page at Tiger TV Sports or follow us on Twitter at TTV_sports for all your LSU sports updates.
Man, another show gone.
Another show.
Well, everyone, let's just keep it going. Keep it going. Good luck to everyone on your midterms. I know we're going to need it. For Derek Kopp, I'm Alex Cheney. Thank you for watching Sports Showtime, and you stay classy, Baton Rouge.